Hi guys, this is Matt Slauson. I'm in my shop and I just thought I would demo a tool that I should have made long ago, and I had the need to make it recently. So I have a bunch of adjusting screws to make that are a 256 thread, threaded up to a shoulder, and they need to be fairly accurate. And my conventional method of holding a die is good for most things, but for this it wasn't quite good enough. So I made this die holder, and all it is, I happen to have this square or hex stock. It's, oh, let's see, it's 1 inch across the flats, but piece of brass round stock or steel or whatever would be just fine. So what I did was I get this die out. I counterbored this piece of brass to fit. I think they're 7/8 dies or whatever. They're about 80 thousandths of an inch in diameter. And I'll probably make ones for some of my bigger dies, but I have a lot of this size die, so this will come in handy for the small ones. Counterbored it, I drilled it undersized, and then I reamed this hole with a 1/4 inch reamer. I happen to have a 1/4 inch reamer. If you decide to make your own, probably don't have to ream it if you drill it carefully. So it's drilled, counterbored, and then a couple of screws punched in it, holes punched in it for screw holes. These I started off with some 1/4 inch socket head cap screws for handles, and it's too easy to get your fingers on it, so I switched them over to just some plain old 3-inch bolts that I cut the heads off and cut the threads off a bit. So pretty simple to make. So this is like a half-hour project in a lathe, which I should have done long ago. So there it is. So what the concept is, so this is a piece of 1/4 inch drill rod. This slides in and out here. Put it in my chuck, and this will keep it aligned with the center line of the chuck or with a headstock, but when you hit a stop, it will just spin. Now I'm doing this under power at a pretty fast speed. I'm familiar with my lathe and what it does, and you'll want to be safe if you decided to do something similar with yours. So I turned a shoulder on this little, this is a drill rod as well. I turned a little shoulder. It's about an 85 thousandths diameter step down to accommodate this screw I'm making, adjusting screw. So I did that with this tool, and it's just because I can part with this as well, so pretty easy. So all I'm gonna do, get my tool rest out of the way, get my tailstock up within range here, and so that's tightened down. Put a little drop of oil on it, and this is the same speed I was turning it at, so I'm going to get my fingers out of the way pretty quickly. And back it out. And there it is. It's done. So pretty easy. I should have done this years ago. And there's the threaded stud.